I think the big data piece is going to be very interesting in terms of bringing new information to clinicians' fingertips that they didn't have before. And so then the key is, how do you bring that to clinicians in a way that's useful and not overwhelming? Because if you just put a huge amount of data in front of people, they're not going to know how to absorb it. And so thinking about behaviors and workflows and what's the best time and place to incorporate that information into their workflow is going to be important in order to maximize the value of big data. Yes, so information systems are being implemented rapidly around the world. And I actually started out as a researcher studying how information systems can improve quality and safety. So I firmly believe that information systems can improve quality and safety. That being said, what we're seeing now is that information systems also introduce new hazards. And not surprising, every new technology can introduce new problems, but we really are at a point where we need to learn how to implement these systems well so we can optimize the safety benefit and minimize some of these new hazards, errors, problems that we are seeing with implementation of these systems. I'll give you a quick example of the kind of hazard that can come with these information systems. So everyone understands copy and paste. So now, instead of handwriting notes, clinicians type their notes and can use copy and paste for efficiency. Yet what we're finding is they're overusing copy and paste, and that's leading to very long notes with a lot of information that's not useful, and actually the key clinical information is getting lost within this huge note. So that's kind of an unintended consequence of the technology. Every new technology will introduce new errors. I don't think we'll ever get to a point where there aren't new errors or errors in technology systems. The key is we have to be able to identify them and mitigate them. And that being said, I think even now we're at a stage where I believe that the errors the systems are reducing probably far exceed the new errors that are arriving. So I'll give you an example. I think medication technologies are significantly reducing medication errors. Things like computerized physician order entry, barcoding, et cetera, are reducing medication errors. Are they also introducing some new errors? Yes. But I think the reduction far exceeds the quantity of those new errors. I think the Patient Safety 2030 report is excellent, and I really like the tools that they highlight in the report, including the importance of leadership and governance, as well as information technologies and data analytics and so forth. And also the fact that they really are emphasizing a global approach. Patient safety issues are global, and so I think there needs to be a much more global approach to sharing best practices, so we're not working in silos and we're working in a more coordinated way. There has been a focus on the workforce and patient safety, though most of that focus has been, I would say, on training and education around patient safety and maybe some work on culture of safety. There is absolutely now a need to focus more on patients and patient safety. Patient engagement, we think, is one of the fundamental concepts within patient safety. If you aren't having really good conversations with patients about goals, values, about their care plan, about their medications, then errors and harm are going to occur. So engaging patients more effectively at the sharp end of care is really important, but also engaging patients in the systems. So having patients on boards, having patients on quality and safety committees, having patients participate in root cause analyses. So embedding that patient voice, not just at the sharp end, but throughout the entire system. I would like to see some global focus areas and priority. In order to advance in patient safety, I think we need to have more coordination and prioritization of how we move forward. And so, for example, safety culture, this concept of really being open and honest and transparent about errors without fear, to me is something that every country around the world is challenged with, and that could be the kind of thing that we could prioritize after the conversations of this summit.